elected leaders are common in Nigeria. But the kind of depth of feeling we saw across this country, particularly amongst the youth over the failed bid by the Labour Party's Peter Obi and Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed in the 2023 presidential election, is rare. Some of their supporters were almost hysterical after the Electoral Commission INEC declared the APC candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu the winner, a declaration that has now been affirmed by both the Elections Petitions Tribunal and the Supreme Court. For those obedience, as they are known, Mr. Tinubu's victory signified an absolute power trip by the ruling APC party and a broken electoral and judicial system. So for them, the heart has gone out of Nigerian politics, and all they can ultimately hope for as they look towards the next election in 2027 is a change in the way governance and elections are conducted in Nigeria.
This judgment amounts to a breach of confidence of Nigerians have in our judiciary. To that extent, it is a show of unreasonable force against the very Nigerian people from whom the power of the Constitution drives. INEC displayed incompetence in the conduct of its statutory duties. The judiciary has largely acted in defiance of the constitutional tenets, precedents, and established ground rules. Going forward, we in Labour Party and the Obedient Movement are now effectively in opposition. Our mission has been more about anchoring a new Nigeria, and it remains unchanged.
Are you having trouble building your online presence? Don't stress. At devify.net,
Peter Obi there. So will the politicians in power pay any attention to these loud calls for reform? Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Pleasure and duty, Charles.
Really nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Now, a fairly determined speech there by Peter Obi today. What was the point of it?
That the judgment eventually and ultimately from the Supreme Court stands accepted, largely because we can't do anything about it. We reject it, we disagree with it, and we cannot accept it, but it stands accepted because there is nothing we can do. That is the end of the road for Excellency Peter Obi and myself as candidates. But I think as this interview progresses, I will be able to tell you another point of view. And if I may just begin now, I'm not here to tell Nigerians that oil was discovered and we forgot about agriculture, or that there is unemployment leading to insecurity. I'm here to, for the sake of my country, say things that matter. I'm not here to regurgitate. I'm here to rescue Nigeria.
Well, let's move methodically in that regard, because before the swearing in of President Tinubu on May the 29th, I mean, to give this a bit of historical context, you were emphatic and clear and almost urgent in your call for Mr. Tinubu not to be sworn in. What were your fears and concerns? Because he's obviously been sworn in and the world hasn't come to an end, has it?
Nigeria may come to an end if the world doesn't come to an end. But very valid question. I feared for Tinubu himself, for himself, from himself. I feared for the reputation of Nigeria. You see, the international profile of global leaders has risen astronomically, to the extent that royals even discipline their own. Look at the profiles of gentlemen like Xi Jinping of China, all across the world. All of a sudden, we were faced with the dilemma of having to present to the world who our own president to be was. And I was one of those who knew that the answers were not good. The whole country would be put to shame. The last time I spoke, I nearly brought Tinubu's ambition to a screeching halt. This is evident by the events that followed immediately afterwards. One minister wrote the DSS on his company stationery. I don't know how that is possible. And another minister, skipped ECOWAS, skipped AU, and went all the way to Washington to report me. And Nobel laureate, a very, very senior citizen, inviting me to a national debate. And I'm not that smart enough, even though my dear good friend Chimamanda acted on my behalf. And then DSS coming out a week later, under duress, of course, you could see, to do the bidding of that minister. This shows they were scared. My simple point was that no constitution or any part thereof shall be breached in order to install a president. And if that is done, that presidency will remain unconstitutional. And I remain on this point. I pointedly say he must not be sworn in. They have gone ahead to do it. It is not the first time. Out of 16 heads of state stroke presidents of Nigeria, 9 were not elected. 7 were, out of that 7, 1 still remains challenged, Alhaji Tinubu. Challenged. And that is because of the constitutional breach. Now, my attitude from day one was that based on experiences, let's forget anything electoral. I know the system deeply. My boss, Obi, knows the system deeply. Let's go for the constitutional point. Yes, of course, there is that issue of the forfeiture. There is the forgery, but the clearest one we could get was on the FCT point. Now, get that FCT point, get him not sworn in. There are at least 2 other constitutional channels while sustaining democracy that we could have followed, but they wouldn't.
Right. Well, in that regard, it
yes.
must have been another aftershock for you then, because both the Election Petitions Tribunal and the Supreme Court have affirmed President Tinubu's victory. I wonder to what extent that has left you personally, politically shaken and unsure of the ground.
Point of correction.
You're talking about.
Point of correction. And this is where I respectfully differ, and it is within my fundamental human rights and constitutional rights to differ. The petition court and the Supreme Court, please quote me on this, did not actually affirm the success of Tinubu's presidency. They upheld the unconstitutionality of that election, and they are happy for it to remain so. And they have the power. Nobody can do anything about it. That is why we said it is an unreasonable show of force. If there was something we could do, we would stop it. But we are law-abiding citizens. That is why I'm here sitting with you today and still complaining. I was not shaken one bit. I will never be shaken by certificate forgery, by forfeited money over narcotics. I will never be shaken by IREV, switched off in the middle of the game when they saw us winning. Labour Party won 2023 presidential elections. No doubt about it. They are cheats, they are bullies, and they have taken full advantage of the situation in Nigeria. When you ask me what is the situation in Nigeria, I will go ahead and tell you some fundamental things that say why we are in this situation today.
Right.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, but let me ask you this, though,
Yes.
because you're making the point, the points you're making, obviously, as you said, that it's your right to air your sort of
Yes.
assessment. But we are now unquestionably in the Tinubu era, and he's clearly made some bold moves since he was sworn in on May the 29th. What do you think his presidency has delivered so far?
Disaster. There is nothing bold or special about making appointments. Anybody can make appointments. Any right-thinking businessman, any public servant can make appointments. There is nothing. People jump over you, pay money, buy appointments. Most of the appointments you see are
well, that's an
paid for.
allegation we can't substantiate, of course.
Anyway, what I'm saying, there is nothing about making appointments. You should be talking about the Naira has fallen down to 1,250. You should be speaking about 26 Nigerian soldiers that were killed in neighboring Niger State, something that has never happened in all Nigerian military missions throughout Africa. Nigerian military are dreaded because they are good, they are professional, yet in our backyard they kill our soldiers under Tinubu. What is bold in having your soldiers being killed? To rub it in, they followed with killing another 8 soldiers. To rub it in, villages, almost on daily basis, that is the news, everywhere in Nigeria. This man has delivered nothing and is poised to deliver nothing. Well, they have not moved an inch Nigeria from consumption and waste to production, and they will not do it. They will not stop the killings and start the healing. Well, they will not stop the stealing and start the keeping. And they will not stop slide of Nigeria, and they cannot start the climb.
Well, I mean, the international community, certainly some in the international community, would beg to differ with your assessment, because I wonder what your reaction is to the latest Fitch international ratings agency, which is hugely respected across the world, and that is the front page of this day newspaper today. Fitch has rated Nigeria's credit worthiness as stable. It's given it a B-. I mean, surely that suggests that international confidence, and it did actually say that, in the Tinubu government is growing. Well, can I just make the point? Even though, in fairness to some of the points that you're making, according to Fitch, that rating is constrained by what they described as weak governance, low non-oil revenue, security challenges, which you talked about, high inflation, low forex reserves, and weakness in the exchange rate framework. Nevertheless, for somebody who just started in office about 5-6 months ago, to have that kind of rating from...
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, go ahead. To have that kind of rating is pretty impressive, isn't it?
Charles, it would have been more productive if you listen to Nigerians on the streets. More productive if you go into the villages and find out from those whose families are abducted. Find out from average Nigerian worker when they go to buy foodstuff in the market. Not Fitch. Fitch don't know you. They don't know Nigerians. They don't know. Look, I live on statistics. I eat, I sleep statistics. So does Obi. We create statistics.
Yeah, but Fitch are the people who give...
Are you forgetting...
Who impress the international community to bring their investments into this country?
Are you forgetting the likes of Fitch and those rating agencies are those who were largely responsible for the 2008-9 financial crisis? But look, let's not go into those lines. Let's come back to Nigeria. All I'm telling you, you're looking the wrong way. If you want to know what's happening in Nigeria, come to us in Nigeria and don't read those statistics because they are misleading. They always speak about growth. it's not growth actually that matters, those figures that give you, because there is nothing as misleading as far as welfare is concerned as growth. The stethoscope you use in measuring the heartbeat of an elephant, for example, China, cannot be the same one you use to measure the heartbeat of a rat. Smaller countries, I won't call any country a rat. Do you understand? Leave that aside. Let's come back to Nigeria and speak about what is happening in our streets, in our villages, in our markets. These people have not done any bold step. The only bold thing they did was to shut down IREV. The only bold thing they did was to misapply force on the weak Nigerian institutions that we have. Now, ask this question. For someone that has been playing God, in quotes, for such a long time like Alhaji Tinubu, and it is time for a mortal, like maybe Obi, or somebody to put him in his right place. For someone who has wielded so much power in a country like Nigeria, where is that power in the last 6 months for them to apply in our welfare and our security? They cannot do it. They are in power for themselves, for their ego, for their wealth, for their comfort, for their own considerations, not for Nigeria. We are pained about every soul that is killed, that is abducted and killed. We are pained by every naira that is paid as ransom. And we are committed to stopping that. And stopping we will. And I'm telling you, give these people...
as a member of the opposition?
Stopping we will whenever we get the power to do this.
So between now... yeah, sorry, go on.
Let me finish. Where is the power? The same kind of power they used in getting Mahmoud Yakubu 4 a.m. to declare them against the provisions of the Constitution. Where is that power? To prop up the exchange rate of Naira, to stop the killings. They don't have it and they will not do it.
Well, you did say that you wanted to move forward because obviously we've established the fact that the election is over. You have grievances against the results, but he's been affirmed by the Supreme Court.
You said methodical. Let's now be methodical. What I want to tell you is that the big picture, we say democracy is government. Well, let me just go. Democracy is not government of the people, for the people, by the people. Democracy is government of the people who have earned their rights, for the people who can protect their constitution, by the people who can exercise civil liberties.
So given what
when they say people, what kind of people? The people who will fold their arms while their constitution is violated, then democracy is not for you. I have said it. It belongs to only those who can practice it with due respect.
So
just hold on.
Right. I was going to ask you what your assessment of the state of democracy is in Nigeria, given what you just said.
It is poor. The people have to wake up to the challenges. For a people that are ready to accept anything, then anything will happen to them. Again, in quotes. You see, a fraction of 1% difference in a political DNA of a society can spell the difference between servitude and freedom. Last year, you saw it. Indian farmers sat in a location for 1 year because of one obnoxious government policy until Indian government reversed it. Before the war in Israel, Israelis were in the street for 16 weeks, counting. You can count so many other countries. Nigerians are not yet ready to do this. As I'm speaking to you, the likes of my former friend who would say it's treason is all that, I am educating Nigerians rise up for your rights, no justice of Supreme Court will give you democracy.
Yeah,
you have to go out.
But they're not going to be able to reverse that, are they?
They will.
I mean, they
Nigerians,
can't.
this
Constitutionally,
is, no,
they
no, no,
can't.
no, constitutional and legal. And this is where I differ. With all modesty, okay, I don't mind being alone on this, but I know I'm not breaking any law, and I have never had a criminal record.
So what are you actually calling on the people to do? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
I'm getting to that.
Sure.
So
we're running out of time. So
I'm saying that, and again, this is instructive. I'm saying that we, the people that stood to form the Nigerian Constitution today, it is not over. For we, the people, power is that which remains standing when there is nothing to oppose it. A leader is he who remains followed when there is nobody to challenge. Authority is that which is implemented when there is nothing to stop it. They have the leaders in place now with wielding authority with political power. But power and sovereignty belongs to the Nigerian people, we the people, on whose behalf an elected government is exercising that authority. Now, where the people are dissatisfied with the rulings of their courts, they own Nigeria. Alhaji Tinubu does not own Nigeria. Peter Obi does not own Nigeria.
Yeah, but the
Nigerians on the streets own Nigeria.
But the APC,
listen, I'm getting to the point.
The APC would argue that you don't own Nigeria either. That you have a portion of the electorate that voted for you.
I'm not telling you it is not over. I'm telling you it is not over. For Peter Obi and me, it is over. For we, the people, the Nigerian people, at any point in time, they can take back Nigeria. Especially where their constitution has been violated. Especially where all that the Supreme Court ended up doing was to sustain the unconstitutionality of a certain election.
Let me come in here, because between now and 2027, which is when the next presidential election is due, how do you think things will play out? And what role do you see yourself and Peter Obi and the Labour Party playing in that?
When the Nigerian people rise to defend their constitution, anything can happen. And
well, that sounds quite a bit worryingly frightening.
We are in a worryingly frightening situation. I told you I'm not here to repeat what you've been hearing. And I was prepared to come here. I have never had a criminal record. I love my peace. And I'm repeating that when the Nigerian people decide, Nigeria is theirs for the taking. And any fraudulently elected government, is fair game for them. Nigerian people have the right, the constitutional right. As we speak now, DSS can go and interpret. They have lawyers there, police, IG, and they can go and interpret. The Nigerian people have that power, not Obi or Atiku or anybody. Nigerian people have the power at any point in time to take their country. All they have to do, not even seek approval. They give notice.
It's interesting.
And listen, you turn away the barrel of your guns, away from the Nigerian people, and point them at the enemies of Nigeria. This country belongs to Nigerians.
Well, you've made that point.
When Nigerians decide, but if they want to practice democracy, they will take this country. It has happened before. The military decided, they took Nigeria for so long, they fixed Nigeria and handed it back. Now, whoever thinks that the Supreme Court will give democracy from any courtroom, the way it appears now is mistaken.
It's interesting.
Nigerians have to go out.
You've made that point.
Nigerians have to go out and democracy. And this is not a treasonable comment.
I
am not a careless person. I have never.
So you thought the things you're saying
thought it through very, very well. Well, the Constitution is made by Nigerian people. The Supreme Court is a sub of one chapter that the Nigerian people constitutionally came out that we the people, and the same constitution says that no person or groups of persons shall take over the governance of Nigeria or any part thereof, except as prescribed by this constitution. And go and read the constitution of Nigeria. The serving Alhaji Tinubu Malam Shetima government breaches the Nigerian constitution.
Right. Okay. Can I come in here for a minute?
Yes.
Because you mentioned Kashim Shettima.
Yes.
Your brother, the spokesman of the Northern Elders Forum, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, is of course
Do not buy solar panels if you live in
Joining us now is Ojinika Ojiope with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinex.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Great.
Looking sharp. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning.
How are you doing this
I'm
morning?
doing great.
Good morning.
Sharp.
Looking beautiful. Good morning, Rufai. How are you? I knew you were going to do our inside joker on air. Rufai, show up, ma? Well, all right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. Nigerians on social media are asking the question, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Well, the president was last seen attending the World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia on Sunday, April 28th, the two-day forum, which aimed at helping public and private sector leaders address shared global challenges, ended on Monday, April 29th. The presidency, however, has not released any statement on why the president has not returned to Nigeria. This has led to speculations in some quarters that the president may have proceeded to Paris, France, where he has traveled to.
Wrong video. I apologize, guys.
Hello, everyone. Nigeria. Nigeria. Nigeria must work in Jesus' name. Nigeria must work inshallah. Nigeria must work by the grace of God. Nigeria. Nigeria. Where are the Nigerian people? You see this nonsense that we do in Nigeria. You see some rubbish that is going on. Then we will sit down and be bringing God into that whole thing. I don't understand it for us, honestly. It's one of the most craziest things that we do as Nigerians. So people will sit down and be telling you, oh, this will work. You can see absolutely that this thing is nonsense. There was so much corruption in that Nigeria, Hadi Sirika or Siriki or whatever it is that he calls himself. In short, the kind of corruption that it's in your face kind of corruption. They use hundreds of millions of dollars to even do logo. Was it 300 and something thousand? No, sorry, hundreds of millions of naira. It was up to billion. They cost about 300 and something thousand, dollars that they used to do logo. All sorts of things, the kind of arrangement. But there were people who were telling us that in Jesus' name it will work, inshallah, it is work. So the rest of us that were not saying that they were saying that, oh, this thing has problem. We became the devils and whatever. In short, those people, they supposed carry them also. This prosecution where they want to do so, carry them, join that prosecution that is supposed to happen. But anyway, parallel facts have this Nigerian Air Sirika daughter set for court appearance in 2.7 billion fraud case on Thursday. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? You're doing corruption and you're carrying your children. So it is not now all these Nigerian politicians, it is not enough now for them to steal. They have to bring in their children, their siblings, their family, their spouses into the corruption issue for them to be able to corrupt and steal and do all of these things together. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, with today, Thursday, arraigned the immediate past Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, for an alleged 2.7 billion fraud in connection with the botched Nigeria Air project. And I think it was in Kaduna they showed one humongous building that this guy did. That they say it's his house in Katsina, in a place that is rife with poverty, out of school children, people are suffering, then you're stealing and enriching yourself. These are people that are now flying private jets, people that are with people's money. Hi. Anyway, Sirika, who served under the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari, would be arraigned on a 6-count. I'm sorry if you hear there's a lot of background noise. I'm somewhere where I'm going to be on air in the next few minutes, so I quickly have to do this video. Would be arraigned on a 6-count amended charge. Sirika will be arraigned alongside his daughter Fatima and 2 others before Justice Silvanus Origi of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. According to the court document, the other defendants are one Jalal Hamma and Al Burak Investment Limited. The EFCC alleged that Sirika conferred undue advantage on some entities between April 2022 and March 2023 in Abuja. In another count, the anti-graft agency alleged that on or before about August 18, 2022, in Abuja, Sirika did use your position to confer unfair advantage upon Al Burak Global Investment Limited, whose alter ego, Fatima Hadi Sirika and Jalal Sulehama, are your daughter and son-in-law, respectively, by using your position to influence the award to them, the contract for the apron extension at Katsina Airport for the sum of 1,498,300,750 naira. Can you imagine? Just like that, just because your father is minister, and then the next thing they will give you a contract, you have your company, and then they are the ones who are good, they know business. We that we've been doing business for over 20 years. Me, I've been doing business for 24 years now. I'm there doing my distributorship, doing transport, doing building, doing this. I'll be doing take. Some people will just come with their undue advantage, corruption, and then they'll be the ones that see if their businesses are booming. The rest of us, our businesses are not booming. These are the kind of businesses that you see the moment there's no longer that connection. The business foods or no, of course, they don't know how to make money before it is through their undue influence and all of that they make the things that they do.
An official message from Medicare. Turning 65 comes with questions.
In count 3, the EFCC accused Sirika of criminal breach of trust while being the Minister of Aviation and in such capacity as a public officer on or about August 18, 2022 in Abuja within the jurisdiction of the Honorable Court. The anti-graft agency said that the ex-minister acted contrary to Section 19 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000. We'll see as this one will go, because one of the things that these people constantly do is that when they want to steal, that's why they don't steal small money, they steal billions on billions of billions, and then they will keep the ones aside that they will use to get in the best lawyers that are going to ensure that their case is well taken care of. And then the one that with our corrupt judiciary is in their pocket and they know it, so they look for the judges that they can bribe and they can get them, to do all sorts of things. At the end of the day, sometimes even when the lower courts have convicted someone and then they will get to Supreme Court, before you know what's happening, one way or the other, the case is thrown. And we've seen so many of them. I think it is Orjus or Carlos. So the same thing had happened to him. He had been convicted and everything. They got to Supreme Court and brought in some technicalities and said that's it. But anyway, this Nigeria Air matter, we'll see how as it goes. And For me, that's one of the things that I really find annoying with people, especially when people are bringing their wahala on your own head. People are coming to you, "Oh, give me money for this, give money for that." I say people are there using your money anyhow. People are there stealing your money. People are there carrying your money. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything about it, and then you just sit down, and it just becomes okay for these things, to just it's really bad. Honestly, it's really bad. And all of especially those people that bring religion into the I think for me, I just look at it and I'm like, it's the craziest thing ever. Because it's just almost as if people think that they have control over God, or they have the patent to prayer, so they can do anything, say anything with God's name, and that's it. Even in my personal business, like the moment I see someone, any small thing is bringing God into it, we are having a conversation, the next thing you are bringing God, I just become weary. Because at the end of the day, for me, the fact is that you should know to do the right thing. Without, I don't have to call in God to know that God has said I should not steal, I should not cheat, I should do to others what I want others to do unto me. So if you're having to tell me, oh, God said it, then I'm like, it should be something that is inherent in you, not something that you are telling me. But for all those, Nigeria must succeed in Jesus' name, Nigeria must succeed, inshallah. I really don't have any word for you. See your life.
My people, welcome. Oh, another glorious day. Happy Thursday to you guys. I decided to start this video with Ahmed Dati video because the man they give me ginger. The man they give me ginger. I don't know. Nigerians need to rise up. With wetin dey happen for Nigeria, nobody should be sitting down. I don't even understand why that country still function, because the truth is that una hear say for Kogi State, is it Kogi University they call it or so? These armed terrorists had the boldness. They enter inside classroom, carry all the students comot. Hey, hey, hey! And people will still be in that country acting as though everything is hunky-dory. Where are the so-called billionaires? The billionaires that made money in Nigeria, was it not from squeezing people out of their money? Was it not by dominating the business and Nigerians patronizing? Nigerians need to learn to use the power of boycotts. Me, I will continue to say my own. Matter of fact, I'm going to tweet it out tomorrow. Billionaires, the so-called billionaires, the entertainment industry, all the people that have benefited from people in Nigeria. Instead of, I saw some entertainers, when I produce or whatever, coming out to say Agberos are not letting them to see road, Agberos are harassing them. If they stand up for what is right, if they decide that, you know what, we're shutting down this system, perhaps we will make a headway. But in the mess, you people are still acting as though it is functioning. You people are functioning inside pit latrine. Because it's okay, you after you do the job, you can go to your home until they start coming and knocking your door and taking your children. People need to start calling out this billionaire. For me, personally, there's no billionaire in Nigeria, because na people money na make them billionaire. Na Nigerians sweat na dey take turn to the billionaire, wey dey the cheating, the whatever, monopolizing of the market na turn dem billionaire. And some of them we know say no be pure, they're not pure for billionaire. Abeg, let's say the truth. By the time they give them oil block here and there, overnight they become billionaire. People need to start standing up now. This stench is stinky, it's too bad. It is not normal. If you're following any Nollywood actor, actress, unfollow and block. It is your followership that they're using to make money, and you are suffering in that country. Did you people hear about the content creator that went to dig himself and bury himself inside grave for content creation for Facebook? Did you guys read about that? Is that not madness? Is that not madness? I heard that whether it's TikTok or Facebook has blocked his account or something like that. How can we fold our hands and watch these things happen? We need to be finding solutions to this problem. We cannot continue to allow these people just run roughshod over everybody. Eh? People go see they buy new car, they use and oppress people for roads. What is the purpose of the entertainment industry? They have the power of television. Why are they not doing anything? Because, oh, they are getting their cuts. They are paying them handsomely. It is not affecting them. They don't have to queue for petrol. Abi, they don't have to. These people, the school that they went to in Kogi, these children were in school, they were learning, They were learning when these terrorists showed up and packed all of them in the classroom. I'm sure you guys are aware of it. Now, like this, we go sit down, we go dey look. The worst has happened in Nigeria, nothing has changed, nothing has happened. When I hear wetin Ahmed that, that's why I played it at the beginning. When I hear wetin he talk, until Nigerians are ready to take back their country, you cannot fold your hand and reclaim you are enjoying democracy. It doesn't work. You have to fight for it. No be me kuku talk am, na the man na make me bring am come at the first instance. I say, let it not be that it's only me that is hearing these things. That man dropped a lot of truth, a lot of truth bombs. If you don't rise up for your rights. No justice of the Supreme Court will give you democracy. For people who will fold their hands, democracy is not for you. So if you are not ready to stand up, Nigerians, if you are folding your hand, democracy is not for you. Just accept your fate, that you are under a dictatorship, you're under suppression. Accept your fate if that is what you want. Because over 200 million people, not even a third of them can rise up. Look at Israel, that we are saying Israel, Palestine today. Do you know how long they were protesting? Do you know how long? Even Ahmed that talk am. France for year, when the farmers dey protest, they carry manure go block all their representatives' house. Come on, what are we doing as Nigerians? Na like this, na people go fold hand dey look. Every day, kpai. If they no dey thief children, they dey thief women. If they no dey thief women, they dey castrate men. What is going on? How long are we going to fold our hand and watch this happen? Because me, I don't understand. I don't know whether na me dey pain. I don't understand. I don't get it. Power remains with the people. Power remains with the people. If the people don't stand up and fight, there's not you. If you don't fight for your right, how do you? Hey God, I don't even know how to speak the English. The words are running out of me because I don't understand it. The worst has happened in Nigeria. Nothing is moving. Nothing. Petrol, they squeeze your life. They even come add levy join am. If to say not be fight, shout, when people shout, when they say no, lie, you can't do it. The CBN now say okay, they are not, or they put pressure on them. They say they are not. Whether they are still not going to do it, you don't know. They might sneak it in one way or the other. Hey, Quinty, welcome. Greetings to you. They want to tax Nigerians to oblivion. Every day, like this man has no vision, nothing. All he does. Okay, they say he's come from Paris. Where is he? Where are the videos and the picture? All you are getting is written article about how the presidency this is coming, is comfort. Have you seen the picture? Have you seen the video? Are you sure the man is still alive? Who are the presidency? How many people make up the presidency? Nítorí Ọlọ́run. What is going on, Nigerians? How can a group of people just be pressing you? Now they say no journalists allowed in the Senate. You people know that one. You heard that one, Abi? No journalists. You know what that means? Your future, Nigeria's future, they will just be signing it off without question. You are not there to see anything. So they'll be signing it away with ease of no pushback from Nigeria. Is this what we want as a nation? Is this what we want? Eh? It is maddening to me. Oh, I no lie. Nigeria matter. Sometimes I go sit down, say, this is crazy. This is not normal. It's not normal. You think it's normal? It's not normal. Oh, it's not normal. It's not normal. Everybody is just doing. Let me bring the video here. Suspected terrorists attack Confluence University in Kogi State. Kidnap undergraduates studying in class freaking room. Hey! Jesus. First, parents send their children to school only for them. Hey, they not come back again.
Girls like that, but I don't look back. You check for the other girls. As we are running, they say they will shoot us. Now should stop. We will not stop. We move to LR5. We hide in that side door there. Then we are trying to off the light. But there's one of the bandits there. So then he spotted us.
Sorry. Okay, calm down.
Girls like
I'm telling you. Yeah, you say they don't hypnotize Nigeria. That's true. There's no lie in what you have said. They have. They really have hypnotized them. There's no way. There's nothing. They have. They've hypnotized them. I agree. Because the fact that people keep taking on, nobody is pushing back. People just they accept and they go. It's not normal. Nobody can tell me anything. That's not normal. It's not normal. Yeah? Look, we hear Fubara. Fubara.
Drinking warm water before bed balances blood sugar levels and reverses type 2.
Lemon are not vessel. I don't understand.
Well, I have already directed the clerk to notify His Excellency the Governor that a new leadership has emerged in the Rivers State House of Assembly and that we are ready to work for Rivers people.
The new Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Okojumbo, taking charge of things. Going by law, he's the recognized Speaker of the State House of Assembly because the other members decamp to APC. So by law, they are right. By politics, they are right because he represents the interests of the governor, Sim Fubara. Sim Fubara is showing that he is in charge. He stormed the State Assembly to prove to them that, hey, I am in charge here. No other person is in charge, not the one in Abuja or all the people making noise in River State. This is how he was supposed to do it all along. Very early on time when he saw that Wike was interested in controlling everything, not just the River State resources, but all the politics. He wants to control everything politics in River State, despite Fubara being the governor, who is the political head, so to speak. So he started on time, like the saying goes, it's only a tree that will hear that they will cut it down and it will not run because it cannot run. Trees don't move. So Fubara is showing that, yes, he is taking actions that will prevent his impeachment because the other House members have been threatening him with impeachment. Remember, in December last year, they even moved a motion for impeachment.
Mr. Speaker, this morning I rise to move a very important motion brought pursuant to Order 12 and Order 28 of our standing orders.
So no one should blame the governor for hearing that they want to impeach him and doing nothing about it. He wouldn't stand by and allow himself to be impeached. That's literally being a lame duck. So he's running around to make sure that he's not impeached by bringing the fight to his enemies. In fact, if it was Wike that was being threatened with impeachment, he would have used extreme measures to make sure that no one even has the audacity to move the motion, not to talk of trying to impeach him. We all know his modus operandi, what he did when he was in office. Fubara has shown that he wants peace to reign in Rivers State, that it should drop all the politics and let peace reign. But since they don't want it, he should return fire for fire. That's the only way to win over your enemy. Because these guys, they are just thugs behaving like people who don't have any other thing they are doing in life. They all depend on government patronage. Most of them didn't have any career before they ever went into government. So government is their life. They eat and drink and do everything, raise family, everything in life. It is because they depend on government money. So he should bring the word to them. Let them understand that, hey, I'm the governor of Rivers State. I decide who gets this and who gets that. Since they don't want to hearken the advice of elders that have said that Fubara remains the political leader, the same Fubara will use Rivers State money to fight them. Yes, it's a pity that Rivers State people are bearing the brunt of the political fight. When two elephants are fighting, it is the grass that suffers. No matter the order from above, from Abuja, the police commissioner will always dance to the tune of the governor in his state, because all the security money, security votes they enjoy comes from the governor. So if the governor wants the police to deploy everywhere at the State House of Assembly and block people who are not supposed to enter the assembly complex, they will do the job. They will prevent all the members that have decamped to APC from entering and accessing the assembly complex. It's as simple as that. If they don't sit in the assembly complex, where are they going to conduct the impeachment? These people feel they hold all the cards. If Fubara decides to start spending Rivers State money, they can't match him. There's no comparison at all. He has access to the state treasury. When he spends 1 billion naira, where are you going to spend that same billion naira to match him? And they don't even have the people by their side. They're only loyal to Wike because of political patronage. They think they owe him that favor because he put them into positions. So for that, they've abandoned the people of Rivers State to be loyal to one man. Instead of defending the interest of the Rivers State people, they are employed by Rivers State people. But rather than do that, they are loyal to one man. This is shameful. Sim Fubara should be ready to go the whole hog, not stop halfway. He should make sure their seats are declared vacant. They can no longer earn any salary as state assembly members. When that hunger starts biting them, when they suffer lack of funds, no one will tell them to go back and beg and say that they are now decamping back to PDP. Yes, he should cut off the source of their funds. When they lack funds just for a few weeks, a few days alone, they will come back begging. If he cuts off the salaries of these house members, Wike will be forced to pay their salaries. How long can Wike afford to pay them pocket money? Remember, he no longer has access to any state treasury. Neither does he have any access to security votes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Gentlemen of the press, dear Rivers people. Rivers people were stunned this afternoon when they got the information that the governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, stormed the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters in yet another attempt to demolish the Rivers State House of Assembly quarters, just the same way he demolished the Rivers State House of Assembly complex.
This was why he demanded the National Assembly leaders to grant him, as the FCT minister, access to a security vote so that he can use that security vote to solve security challenges in Abuja and FCT. So you see, he knows he can no longer fund his former lifestyle when he was governor. Now he has become an ordinary civilian, an ordinary minister, thinking that he can fight a governor and win. It's not possible. Besides, what he's fighting for is not for the interest of the people. It is for his own interest. So no one that loves Rivers State and loves Nigeria should support Wike. He's an usurper. Someone that has finished his 2 terms as Rivers State governor. He wants a 3rd term through Fubara. He wants to be pulling the strings behind the scenes and no one will know. He wants to maintain access to River State treasury. This is a coup. Remember that when the River State political crisis started last year, it was revealed that part of the agreement Wike had with Fubara before he decided to make him governor was that Fubara cannot sign anything above 5 million naira without consulting Wike. Imagine that. How can someone accept to be such a governor when you can't even sign 5 million naira? The worst part is that when you see Wike bragging as if he used his personal money to fund the election was funded with River State money. Yes. Who was Wike before he became governor? He wasn't a billionaire. So how come he had all the money to fund all the elections in River State? He funded the governorship, he funded the State House of Assembly, and all the other elections, even the presidential that he overturned. We all know that Labour Party won the election, but he made sure he overturned it and gave it to APC. Where did he get all the money? It's River State money. He was sitting on billions of naira. So they should work together, bury the hatchet, understand that power is transient. Forget anything they are demanding from the governor. Just support the governor to make sure that River State people get their money's worth, that good governance is delivered to River State people. That's the primary purpose of government. All this fighting, I want this, I want that, he should be impeached, he should not be impeached. All these are because of selfish interest, not the interest of River State people. Thanks for watching.
This wicked man is a wicked human being. Wicked. But it's Nigerians I blame. People keep folding their hands. It's Nigerians I blame. You give these people too much power.
It does look like some of the lawmakers, the pro-Wike lawmakers in Rivers State, are raising an alarm over a possibility of violence in the state. Yeah, just today we saw that there is a heightened tension in the state, and the governor, Similayi Fubara, visited the assembly quarters in Port Harcourt. The quarters serve as the official residence for the 32 legislators of the state, and also houses the temporary chambers of the Martin Amowele-led State Assembly since the demolition of the main assembly building. The governor was accompanied today by a convoy of uniformed and civilian aides, and Governor Fubara briefly toured the premises before departing to inspect the Emo Kalabari Road slated for inauguration. Some of the lawmakers said to have said that they do not have a problem with the assembly as they just moved into it and nothing is wrong with it. This is coming just a few days as we saw a new factional speaker emerging, Mr. Oko Jumbo, who was who emerged yesterday amidst all of these controversies. Victor Oko-Jumbo was elected as the new speaker for the 32-member assembly and said to have been elected at about 10 a.m. during the plenary yesterday in line with the standing order of the House. Oko-Jumbo was one of the four lawmakers loyal to the governor of Fubara in the wake of political crisis in the state. Yesterday, the People's Democratic Party came out to condemn the statement made by Mr. Tony Okocha, who is the chair of the APC Caretaker Committee. Let me remind you of what Mr. Debo Ologunagba said. He's saying it is unlawful, unconstitutional, the decision of the APC and the statement credited to the APC to ask for the impeachment process on the governor. Take a listen to Debo Ologunagba of the PDP.
The attention of the leadership of the People's Democratic Party has been drawn to a delusional declaration by the chairman of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State, Mr. Tony Okocha, wherein he issued a hallucinatory directive that an impeachment proceedings be commenced against the democratically elected governor of Rivers State. In any event, the individuals that the Rivers State APC chairman directed to commence impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara are not legally members of the Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot contemplate or exercise such powers under the law.
All right. You remember there were two commissioners who left the Governor Fubara cabinet, who was including the Attorney General of Rivers State, Professor Zacchaeus Adango, who now joins us live here in Abuja. First and foremost, let me ask you, one of the accusation or the allegation against you is that you government. Why? So would you want to bring down a government of the state?
Well, Sean, let me just say this emphatically, that statement made by the governor of Rivers State is injuriously misleading and lacking any truth whatsoever. For the brief period I served as the Attorney General, I provided quality legal advice on virtually every issue referred to me that enhanced the administration of Rivers State. In point of fact, there are two flagship programs that has embarked upon at terms of that public-private partnership. The second is the loan scheme. I led the Rivers State delegation that negotiated the terms of that loan scheme. If I wanted to sabotage his government, I would have been part of those negotiations. The real problem started after the issuance and execution of the presidential peace declaration. You recall that on the 18th of December, the president invited all members of the contending parties to the presidential villa, where the governor, along with other political leaders, signed the presidential peace pact. Now, after that, the governor, in fairness to him, during his Christmas statewide broadcast, reaffirmed his acceptance of that peace pact and his commitment to full implementation. But contrary to that public posturing of the governor, he secretly instigated litigation by sponsoring and financing several persons and organizations to file suit against the state government and the Attorney General to challenge the validity and implementation of that peace pact. And I found that very, very disturbing. Now, as soon as that happened, the governor invited me into his office and strangely directed me that whenever any problem on the chair happened since my inception of office as Attorney General, I obliged because I wanted to be sure what he was up to. I referred all the matters to him, and then he referred them back to me with instruction that I should handle them. I recall one particular one, 501 Dr. AJC Chiwon. Each of those matters challenged the validity of the presidential peace pact. I worked on them, and I came up with my counter affidavit and my written address, challenging the competence of the suit, challenging the jurisdiction of the court, challenging the local standard of the party, because I argued that none of the parties, none of the claimants on record had been able to demonstrate their interest, what injury they suffered if that peace pact was implemented, and how they have been exposed to any danger. Now, after I filed the processes, the governor subsequently invited me to his office. And when I entered the office, he threw a paper at me. So, Attorney General, look at that paper. I take out the paper and I look at the paper. It was the process I filed in that suit instructed by Dr. C.H. Chiwon. I said, why did you challenge this suit? Why do you challenge the competence of the suit? I said, Your Excellency, sir, when it comes to matter of law, as Attorney General, Chief Law Officer, I am the master. I should be the one to direct you. You cannot direct me on question of law or how to handle a matter in court. I said, I challenged this suit because the claimant did not disclose their interest. He said, you shouldn't have challenged them. I said, in that case, what is your interest? This is a suit filed against the government. And you have publicly declared your commitment to implementing that peace pact. So why are you interested?
But you answered to the governor. He's your principal. He appointed you.
He appointed me. And the Constitution says under Section 195 that I am the Chief Law Officer of the state. That makes me the Chief Legal Advisor of Rivers State government. And so on question of law,
advising the governor.
Yes.
So you work at the dictate and of the governor.
Certainly not, sir. When it comes to matter of law, I have the responsibility, the sole constitutional responsibility to advise the governor. The governor cannot issue direction to me on how to handle a matter in court. Certainly not.
Do you work at the behest of the governor, your principal, or not?
Of course, on certain matters, yes. But when it comes to matters of law, particularly in respect of a matter in court. Governor cannot direct me on how to argue a case
Let's
in court.
assume that the governor is your client. And as a lawyer, do you go against the will of your client in court?
In this case, the governor was not my client. I was sued, representing River State governor. Governor was sued. Who were both defendants. And I was worried why the governor should now want me to accept, as it were, not to oppose the suit.
You did not consult the governor, did you? Did you consult the governor before you filed the counter?
I told you earlier that governor had directed me to refer all processes to his
Did you
office.
refer that particular matter?
I did, and then he returned them to me with instruction that I should handle them. Governor did not need to go further to tell me how to handle a matter.
Are you worried that the governor was not going to live by the agreement that was structured by President Tinubu at the villa?
Very, very worried. Because in public he said one thing, but behind he was doing another thing. I was happy when he declared publicly that he was committed to the full implementation of that peace plan in spirit and in letters. I was very happy. But then, contrary to that public declaration, he showed another thing by telling me not to oppose suits filed by persons challenging that same part he said he was going to implement. And I found that very, very disturbing. And I said, well, on the law and the facts, the position I've taken in this suit, I can't change it.
So when you resigned, you were reassigned to the Ministry of Special Duties.
Well, that
angered you.
That didn't anger me. I wasn't angered. Of course, you know, when you are working with a person who seems not to have confidence in you, of course, I was really deployed. I was never consulted. I was really deployed. And of course, I thought
the governor need to consult you?
Of course, if you are working with the governor and he wants to redeploy, there's nothing wrong in going and telling, look, I want to move it from this ministry to another ministry.
It mustn't. There's nothing that said that.
It's not a question of legal right. I agree. But in that case, that redeployment was designed to denigrate the office of Attorney General. What was that supposed to be doing there? It was that redeployment was a consequence of my insistence that I was going to handle those matters in accordance with the law and my conscience. That was the background to redeployment. And I thought that was a convenient point for me to leave. And
so politically speaking, you have your two legs painted in different colors. And I explained to you.
Yes.
One, on the fact that your loyalty is on one political end, and you're working officially with one loyalty on another leg, which means that you're working with Governor Fubara, but you are of the weaker camp in the PDP. Is that right?
All of us are members of the People's Democratic Party.
I'm talking about politics now. You are loyal to former Governor Wike. Is that right?
Even the governor himself, all of us were brought on board by Governor Wike.
But there's been a feud. If there was not a crisis, there wouldn't have been a resolution mechanism that took the major players to the president.
Very well.
So it was obvious that some of you are working against the political interests of the governor.
I never worked against the political interests of the state.
As the
Attorney General
of the governor,
as Attorney General,
I'm taking you away from the
as the Attorney General.
I'm talking about politics.
I was the chief law officer.
I'm talking about politics now.
I was the chief law officer, and I had to advise the governor on questions of law.
I'm not talking about your official duty. I'm talking about your political allegiance.
Of course, politically.
Who are you loyal to?
I'm loyal to Wike. There's no doubt about that.
So, do you feel comfortable that you are loyal to former Governor Wike, and that probably had angered Governor Fubara?
I wouldn't know whether he was angered by that or not. But as far as I can remember, he was angry that I insisted on conducting a matter in accordance with our understanding of the law.
Do you feel it's some kind of disloyalty working for Governor Fubara and being loyal to Governor Wike?
I never applied to work under Governor Fubara. I was invited to serve under him. Even after my first resignation on 14th November, I never wanted to come back as a president. But the president, and if all fairness and if due respect to the president, asked us to go back, and I had to go back as chief officer again as Attorney General. Governor Fubara can never be any misconception as to where my loyalty lies. And I had private discussion with him. I said, we need to resolve your misunderstanding with Governor Wike, because all of us are members of his political family.
What did he tell you when you told him?
Of course, he did not evince any genuine desire to have the impasse resolved. I'm to say that
there are those on the outside who feel that the trouble is coming from Nyesom Wike. There are those who see Simlai Fubara as a peace lover, gentleman, milk, and they think that the troublemaker is your side of the political divide.
I'll give you 2 instances to show that he's not the kind of person people think he is. He's not a peacemaker. Let me give you 2 instances. Remember that I have been on leave of absence from River State University. That's my place of permanent assignment. Now, when I resigned on the 24th of April, 2024, Governor Federal thought that I want to return back to the university. I'm aware that he had directed the management of the university not allow me to return to the university. That cannot be a decision taken by a person of peaceful disposition. Secondly, a customary call was to establish my own community Ataba. Because of my recent regulation last year, that is on 14 November 2023, he refused to sign the warrant of establishment of that customary court. That was punishing me and punishing the whole community for the alleged sin of one pound. That is unfair. That is not evidence of a man who has peaceful disposition. Certainly not.
In this matter that is ongoing, because now, if you look at the new development ongoing right now, there is a factional Okujumbo, factional Speaker of the House of Assembly in Rivers State. And as a lawyer and a senior advocate, a member of the NABA, I'm asking you a question now as a senior member of the bar. What do you think is going on, legally speaking? What is the implication?
Well, I don't know what game they are playing. As far as I can remember, there are 3 members who claim that they are loyal to Governor Sim Ubara.
There were 4 of them.
4 of them, okay. Now, if you look at the proviso to section 191 of the Constitution, that proviso sets the upper and lower limit. It says an assembly shall consist of not less than 24 members and not more than 40 members. In other words, you cannot have a state assembly that has less than 24 members, nor more than 40 members. There are only 4 of them. That certainly is not an assembly contemplated under section 191 of the Constitution. And that's a fundamental flaw in the game they are playing out. That's a fundamental flaw.
If you look at issues of legal precedence and where it has happened, we've seen it in Oyo State under the former Governor Ladoja. We've seen it happen in Kogi State. We've seen it happen in several states of Nigeria where there are smaller numbers of people. I've seen this gone to the very top. We've seen assembly crises and the state. We've seen it happen in Adamawa State. Over the years, all of these feud between the assembly and the executive, culminating into the impeachment of the governor. The question is that what happens when the manner in which the assembly is upturning the decision or the legal intent of the governor on the bills that have been passed? Nothing less than 4 or 5 bills have been passed against the interest and the position of the governor of the state. What do you think is going on?
The assembly has the legislative power to enact laws. And the framers of the Constitution contemplate that there might be a situation where the governor may decline to grant his assent to a bill. They therefore provided that where that happens, you have to take that bill back to the assembly again and go through the process of passage, go through the whole hall of passing that bill. And if by two-thirds majority, they really pass that bill afresh, then that bill becomes law. And the consent, the assent of the governor is dispensed with. I didn't frame that provision. So the assembly is entitled to take advantage of that provision.
So and that's what those who say it is legislative rascality,
that cannot be. That
in Rivers State.
It would be unfair to have that as legislative rascality. It would be unfair because if the Constitution if the Constitution denotes a power to an assembly, and the assembly exercises that power, how dare you describe that as legislative?
There's a lot of issues that people are raising, and they are regarding as illegality in what is happening in the Rivers State. In fact, the intervention of the president has been referred to an unconstitutionality and illegality.
I wouldn't want to comment on it because there are several issues pending in court, questioning the validity of that presidential peace pact. And it'd be unfair of me as a member of the INABA to express my personal opinion on that issue.
What about politically, if you're not expressing a legal view on it?
In this case,
do you think it's working? Do you think that political intervention of the president is working?
Well, the recent actions of the governor shows that he has completely abandoned that presidential peace proclamation, and that is very clear. That he has abandoned that proclamation, presidential peace proclamation.
But there are those who think that it's in fact those who are loyal to the other side, to the Governor Wike's side, are the ones that are fueling the trouble. The members of the House. some of you who resigned from the office, who are seeing at this lawyer to Governor Fubara, and he has said one of the reasons why he has kept mute and he has kept silent is because he's respecting the president and the president's intervention.
It is one thing to say that you are respecting the presidential peace pact. It's another thing to show evidence of actual commitment to the implementation of that peace pact. So far, I'm not convinced that Governor Fubara is fully and genuinely committed to implementing that presidential peace pact. It's not.
So you blame Governor Fubara?
If that peace pact collapses, as it appears to, of course I'm going to blame him.
Do you ascribe any blame to former Governor Wike?
Nobody has told me what Governor Wike has done to undermine the implementation of that presidential peace pact.
What about his statement in Rivers State?
Refer me to one.
The statement that he made that there is going to be consequences upon whatever happened.
Whatever happened concerning what?
What is going on. And this was after what happened, the peace pact.
Even the governor himself, when he accused me of undermining and sabotaging his government, said I was going to suffer consequences, not in the next world, but in this world. He said so.
But, I mean, what about those who they call for impeachment? Those who are saying, how dare Mr. Okocha ask the House of Assembly to commence impeachment proceeding on the governor?
I am not Okocha who made that call. But what you must understand is that there are provisions in the Constitution for impeachment. The fact that somebody was democratically elected as governor does not preclude this impeachment. If the Assembly is convinced that there are facts that require the commencement of that proceeding, they can.
What do you think is the way out in all of this?
There is need for reconciliation. And both parties must be genuinely committed to reconciliation. There is need for reconciliation. Because, of course, like today now, I watched video that the governor visited the Assembly quarters. That was commissioned less than 4 years ago. I don't know what his plans are. In fact, the indication that a certain part of that has already been marked for demolition. Recall that the Assembly complex was demolished.
That is where they are sitting.
Yes,
politically speaking, there are those who think that untoward and possible impeachment proceeding activities are about happening or could happen.
So if it's about to happen, is that why you go and put that?
If you were a governor, will you sit in your office and allow impeachment proceeding to be?
Impeachment proceeding is constitutionally provided for. So why would I go and demolish where the Assembly sits?
I'm asking. Is his visits to that complex illegal?
I will not take.
Is there any illegality in the action of visiting authority?
There is no question of illegality. The Assembly complex, particularly the chambers, was demolished. Even under the doctrine of necessity, the Assembly can sit anywhere else. There is no question of illegality.
Who do you think will handle this reconciliation? Because the one President Tinubu intervened on doesn't seem to be working.
Parties must come together, genuinely come together to resolve whatever differences there are. I don't expect Mr. President to intervene again.
What do you think is the difference? Do you think is the problem between former Governor Wike and Sim Fubara?
Let me tell you the truth. Every governor has somebody who supported him or her. And that is not unknown to our law. Now, if somebody supported you, of course, you don't expect those who supported you and those who work for you to walk away after your inauguration. But somehow, I'll give one instance. When the political campaign started, Wike lost virtually all his political friends on account of the fact that he wanted Fubara to run for the governorship of Rivers State. You can call out the bigness in PDP Rivers State. They all left him. But as I speak now, those are Fubara's closest friends. Those are Fubara's closest friends. How do you rationalize that?
All right. I wish the people of Rivers State the very best in all of these, and for the sake of the governance and the people of the state, hope that those who are in the principal players in this will come around to the table and resolve their differences. Professor Zacchaeus Odango, former Attorney General of Rivers State and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thanks indeed for coming tonight. And I wish you the very best.
Thank you for having me.
What a shame. Hey! Educated people acting like thugs for these politicians with wealth, with no enterprise. We just come on national TV and be defending nonsense. And these people have children. These people have children. I'll be calling them daddy. Hey, God, I beg you. Yeah? Ha! Nigeria, God, I never see. The matter for Nigeria, I never see. Na only Nigeria you go see say person go be PhD holder, get all the education, but will come to national TV and be defending nonsense, absolute nonsense, without shame. They will lie through their teeth. Look at the election that we last had. Look at what professors turned themselves into. What was the point of going to school if that's what you're going to end up becoming? Out of all the imagine na professors na dey put for INEC offices maybe, hey God, na dem come rig because of small money wey dem give dem. Una hear say dem wan increase justice and Supreme Court justice, abi wetin dey call dem don increase their salary to 5 million. Whether na thank you for work well done, I don't know. Whether na thank you be that, I no know. Una hear say dem wan for Senate, dem don pass law say anybody caught doing drug trafficking, dem go unalive am. Now say they should start, they know where to start. Why don't they go and start from the top? Why are they starting? Why? Okay, they passed that law. Does it mean that they're going to go and arrest that man on top of the air? That's what we want to know. They keep passing these laws. We don't see any. Meanwhile, what's his name? Yaya Bello is still in Nigeria. He never come out. They never catch him till today. They have not found Yahaya Bello in Nigeria till today. They never see him arrest. With the billions that man has stolen, he's still in Nigeria. Nobody. EFCC never see him arrest. You see, say people don't quiet for the matter. Who knows what's going on with Betta Edu? They are waiting for people to forget. Then before you know what's happening, they will now bring Betta Edu and give her a new position. You want to bet? You want to bet? They go give them another position where you go take sign for more money, because that's all they do. That's all they do. That's all they care about. They are not interested though in helping you in any way. They are not interested. What me I will tell this Fubara man is just hold your ground. It's your state. You are the governor now. Hold your ground. Don't let Wike bamboozle you. Nah. Hold your ground. After all, when he had power, na so they do gali for everybody. Oh, Nigeria matter, Oh,
My career. Richard Teng, the Binance CEO, has revealed that Nigerian officials demanded a $150 million bribe from them in order to make all their problems go away. Writing in a blog post on their website, he revealed why they refused to pay the money. They felt the money was illegal and they wanted all that they committed. Any law they broke in Nigeria, they wanted it to be spelled out. And they wanted guarantees that the money will solve all the problems, that no one will come up in the future and start accusing them of something else. All these happened before their executives were arrested when they came into Nigeria to negotiate with the Nigerian authorities. Before that incident, the House Committee on Finance actually invited the Binance executives to come for a hearing at the National Assembly. That was the time when they were accused of fixing the exchange rate by the central bank. So the House Committee wanted to hear from them. Because the time the House Committee gave Binance to appear before them for the hearing was too short, about 10 days or thereabout, Binance executives didn't attend the hearing. But they later reached out to the House Committee requesting for a rescheduling of the hearing at a time that is comfortable for them to attend. Of course, they agreed, the two parties agreed at a specified time. During the hearing, which they now attended, House Committee members started throwing accusations at them. At the end of the hearing, some people approached them through their Nigerian lawyer and made the $150 million request that if they pay that money within 48 hours, all their problems in Nigeria will go away. They requested that money be paid in cryptocurrency. So from attending a House committee hearing to people making demands, backhand demands that no one would have heard about, there wouldn't have been an official declaration from the government that they paid so amount of money for what, maybe as fines or something, and demanding that the money be paid under 48 hours. The Binance executives felt threatened. They feared for their lives about the whole thing, and they decided to hurriedly leave Nigeria, instructing their lawyer that they will communicate any decision they reach to the National Assembly members or whoever demanded the bribes. And eventually, when they reached the decision, they communicated their decision to the National Assembly members and people that were involved, telling them that they needed guarantees and that all they committed, whatever law the government accused Binance of breaking in Nigeria, that they should spell them out, that they want to see the laws that were broken. In fact, they wanted guarantees, like already mentioned. They didn't want to pay any illegal fees. That was how they started working towards resolving all outstanding issues with the Nigerian government, which eventually led to the meeting they held with the National Security Advisor and other Nigerian officials, including the central bank officials. It's important to know that Binance executives demanded guarantees from the Nigerian government before this meeting was held. They wanted to know if they will be subjected to any kind of treatment or arrest or anything. But they were assured by Nigerian officials that nothing like that will happen, that they are just trying to find a way to resolve issues. You already know how the meeting ended. It started well. In the end, they were arrested, they seized all their passports. The rest is history. Even one of them eventually escaped to Kenya. The other one is facing the trial alone. He has been in detention ever since. Richard Teng used the opportunity in the blog post to demand from the Nigerian government to release him so that he can go back to his work and be with his family. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Minister of Information has denied the $150 million bribe revealed by Binance CEO, that no one demanded any bribe from them and that the government is committed to continue the trial of the Binance executive currently in detention. Anyway, whether it's true or not, the most important thing here is that the way the Nigerian government handled the whole Binance issue is not good for Nigeria's image. Saying that people trading on Binance are responsible for the fall in Naira's value against other foreign currencies is a bit laughable. And the evidence is clear. Since Binance operations and other crypto platforms were blocked in Nigeria, the Naira hasn't regained the value of about 800 Naira to $1. It's still falling. In fact, right now it is trading above 1,400 Naira to $1. So how can it be the problem of Binance and traders trading on Binance? So it's just a waste of time taking this matter to court. Maybe they are doing this because the guys failed to cooperate with the government when they demanded that they furnish them with the list of people trading on the platform. And because they failed to give them the list, they decided to punish them for it. Yes, there might have been bad faith actors and traders who were quoting outlandish rates at the time on Binance, but the trade that went on Binance and other crypto platforms were so infinitesimal compared to the official trading platforms in Nigeria and the parallel market. This is evident today. The Naira hasn't gone back to 500 Naira to $1. Instead of the government to focus on production, there's no other way to improve the value of the Naira without massive production, which will lead to exports. And when you export more, you earn more foreign currency. So even if the demand for dollars continues despite the massive production increase in Nigeria, there will be more dollars available in the Nigerian market because many more people are earning dollars because they are exporting. There's no two ways about it. Instead of chasing shadows, focus on the main thing if they truly want to work for Nigerians. Maybe because they've told Nigerians that Binance is responsible for the decline of the Naira, they want to make it real by charging them to court. We all know that is not true. After all, Binance existed during the last administration. It didn't push the Naira over 1,000 Naira to $1. Now, to the recent cybersecurity levy the Nigerian government imposed on Nigerians. Everyone sending money, a wire transfer from a bank to another bank, will pay 0.5% as cybersecurity levy going forward. This is another huge blow served on Nigerians by Tinubu, despite all the massive hardship he brought on Nigerians since he came to power. To understand the scale of the robbery called cybersecurity levy, when you transfer 10 million naira to someone, you will pay 50,000 naira as cybersecurity levy. When that person transfers 10 million naira to another person, he will still pay another 50,000 naira as the cybersecurity levy. In fact, when that 10 million is transferred 200 times, 10 million naira will be paid as cybersecurity levy. So this is outright robbery. The Nigerian government is raiding Nigerian people's savings. Imagine a businessman that is paying money to restock his goods. He will lose 50,000 naira for doing that. His supplier, where he paid the money to receive the goods, will still lose additional 50,000 naira. So in the end, it will lead to increase in the price of goods. Inflation will increase, transportation costs will increase, virtually everything will increase. The government is just focused on taxing Nigerians to death. They're not interested in giving back anything to Nigerian people. Nothing. They are just about taking everything. They've increased the price of petrol, increased the electricity tariff, introduced all sorts of levies and taxes, VAT, everything. The cost of living has increased more than 300%. It's as if Nigerians did something wrong. Why are they impoverishing Nigerians more and more? It's not surprising though, because he said it during the campaigns that he will reduce the power of Nigerians, and people clapped in the room. Did they really understand what he said?
We reduce the purchasing power of the people. We can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country.
Prior to Contrave, my
I don't hear him. The man has said it from the beginning, widen the tax net. And that's what we're saying happening. The man has successfully, Agbado has successfully widened the tax net. He's squeezing every drop from Nigerians. He did not hide it. The man said what he was going to do from the beginning. When all his followers and people were shouting, he's a all the people that were shouting, he's a strategist. He's a strategist. He built people. Where are they? I have a question. Where are they? They are all hiding. They know they fit come out. Even the ones that they come out, they go show half their face so that you no go see them fully for screen. They are ashamed. All those people that were, there was one that was always coming to my comment section to be speaking parable to me. Parable after parable. I know they see am again. The ones that will go from space to life, people's channel, they'll be telling you how he's a strategist. He has good policies. He built Lagos. He built the Atlantic. He filled the Atlantic Ocean with water. He built Lagos. He built Nigeria. He even gave the name Nigeria. It was not Lugard's girlfriend. It was him. All those people that were hyping him, where are they today? Most of them live outside of Nigeria, or bear in mind. Most of these people have structure in the places where they are, but they force this man on other people because they benefit from them. I guarantee you, those people are on their payroll. They are paying them every time. There was one that spoke one time, and when people were challenging him, he said he will use the Bible to swear for people. Now, who is being sworn at? Oh God! Oh. E just dey pain me. The only thing wey dey pain me for inside this matter be say obedience dey suffer. Well-meaning Nigerians dey suffer with this nonsense. Honestly, if it wasn't the case, all of them should continue to suffer. You guys saw the video of those older people in the West that were coming. They were queuing up for spaghetti. Spaghetti, my people. One packet of spaghetti, one lousy looking old man standing by one old looking car and sharing spaghetti to shame catch me. I say, what kind of life is this? And some Nigerians like their change. You see them, you're trying to tell them, you know what, this is not the way. They will be the ones coming after you and insulting you and telling you, leave it. What do you do with such people? Criminals everywhere. They will come and say, oh, let's speak the good of Nigeria. Who is speaking the bad of Nigeria? Are they not the ones freely demarketing the country? Eh? You demand 150 million from people that want to come and even try to do business in your country. You are demanding such an amount. Please, when are they going to make their profits? Now they are denying it. Isn't it embarrassing? Embarrassment for an entire nation. Nigerian passport is shit. It's gone to shit. People have been coming out and complaining. They can't even travel. There was one woman that came and started narrating harrowing tales of traveling with Nigerian passport. Harrowing. You're stigmatized. They put you to the corner and give you thorough searching. All of them need this Obicine. You see this Obicine vaccine? Omo, that's the answer. Peter Obi dose every day. That's the answer. If you don't like to hear it, it's the truth. The people are beginning to admit to themselves now that the only way out is the Peter Obi. So if you like, keep denying it. Now this being the day we are watching. The suffering is not reducing. You saw the children that were running when all these terrorists came to their school to come and kidnap them. You see them. Those are parents. You see those children, they are well fed though. They don't come from, they don't be like children when they're hungry. They go school. Now another thing, then they come dey na race they come dey run. They see terrorists, they start to dey run. Can you imagine? And that school not be like a village school. It not be like that school na see say e get desk, e get everything. Blessing na secondary school sef, blessing na private school. E get desk, of the classroom even look decent. They enter that kind of place, chase, carry children comot. Those ones now, their parents don say, my children are in school, maybe na boarding school, who knows? Some parents will not know that their children are missing until like maybe 1 week. Knowing Nigeria, they no go quick tell the parents. They go wan use their power take do am. Abi they come dey demand for some kind ransom wey people never hear before for their life. You send your children to school, you don't know whether they're going to come back or not. Hey, God, I beg you. Kene, welcome. Oh, good evening. What are we saying? It's time for Nigerians. Look, listen, entertainment industry, all those sports people what we get, all of them, block them. If they are not talking about the issues in Nigeria, if they are not bringing in all these people that go to international concerts and they are doing things and they are supposed to be putting Nigerian issues in front, they are not. They are not doing it, and you keep supporting them. BBN Naija go reach, all of them go, all of now wrong. Una go dey do life, they argue which one play house pass. I no even dey watch the show. I don't even know what it's about. People will be following blindly all these celebrities. They are not doing anything for you guys. Nothing. They don't speak up for you. They don't. Whether you are hungry, there are so many of their fans that are hungry. They don't have places to stay. They don't care about them. They don't. All they do is come out too. They'll be complaining. They were trying to go to their site. They were trying to go to their travel to go and shoot a scene. They couldn't go because of one thing happening. If you speak against the ill, if you add your voice, you think that this government will not be ashamed? Some of them are girlfriends to these people. You people should be borrowing yourself sense. Start to dey block these people. After all, the money they are making is because of your followership. You make them popular. You give them the clout. Without you, they will not be celebrities. Me, I no kuku dey follow them. I do not follow them. I don't have zero interest in them because they don't add value. They do not. So why would you be following people? You know, just they follow them like zombie. You'll be taking sides. When they are fighting, you are taking sides. But they don't give a damn about you. When they cause all the beef, una don quarrel with each other finish, with una self finish, they go enter their Bentley and their Phantom. I believe the name of those their big cars when they drive. Enter their private jet, enter their AC homes. They have guards. They don't have security issues. Guards all over. They can afford the lifestyle. But you people will just, Nigerians will just be following. You don't realize that it is you that is creating, you are the ones making them celebrities. You are the one you're literally funding their lifestyle. Do you understand that? Why would you be following a celebrity that's not concerned about the issues that concern you? You cannot wake up early and be a normal human being without thinking, without being afraid, without living in anxiety 24/7. And you are still following them. You are still engaging in their beef. To what end? Exactly. No major artist singing like Idris or Majek or Raskimono. None. Or Mandatos. Mandatos used to sing something like that too. People will just be following blindly. You ones wey you're supposed to dey follow when you go dey, the ones wey get your back when they protect una interest. No, una no go follow. The one who go teach una the wrong thing. How una go take go add butt to butt, add navel to navel, add do cheekbone. Na that one, no be so una get the money, una come go dey carry, dey take another person own, dey look for one you take from other people to live up to the lifestyle. It makes no sense. Nigerians need to learn. There is power in your hand. Everything no be protest. Come out, see, let's protest. All you have to do is come together as a people. All those your Nollywood actors, actresses, whatever, whoever their bosses, whichever ones are now sleeping with politicians and getting money, stop to dey sleep with the politicians. Tell them, say, every time you have fans in your DM begging you for money, every time, how much are you making? If you say all the money you are making, you want to be giving people in your DM, how much will remain for you and your family? Be selfless for once. Be selfless. Think about your fans for once. Think about them. After all, if they don't buy your music, if they don't buy your movies, if they don't watch your movies, you will not be known. You will not. Now people they give una the fame. Nigerians don't understand the power there is in their hands. They don't. Maybe we need to be increasing the volume on this every day, because I don't understand. These people live in the country and they see what's going on and nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying, okay, I don't see any one artist coming out and say, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm tired of the way this country is going. I am tired. Anything that I never see. All of the they carry, they go. You see they say that they do Bridgeting something. All of the wear clothes. Why not be their own clothes? Oh, not be from their weather, oh, not be from their country. Oh, carry another person cloth put for body, go they show off. It's mind-boggling. How long? And Nigerians are literally unaliving every freaking day. That they thief people every day. These artists, these Nollywood actors, all of them, the entertainment industry, they cannot say they don't know. Not be one of the artists go enter boat that day. He unalive for inside boat. They want to say they don't know. If everything was working correctly, would that man have if to say the hospitals were okay and the people knew what they were supposed to do you think that man will not be alive today? I don't understand it. And these people will just be foolishly following the entertainment industry. It makes no sense. Most of these big artists are supposed to be coming out and taking the side of the freaking people for once in their lifetime. For once. Exactly. Good, but at least it's on record that she spoke up. We need more people like Yemi Alade. We need more people like her. The fact that they entered her comment section and they're insulting her doesn't mean she should stop. We they do small ones for you. How many insult me they collect? I may not be like that. People are literally unaliving. If there is nobody will patronize you. Nobody will listen to your music. Nobody will listen to your music. So you gotta choose. You got there by the sheer effort of the people. Do the same for the freaking people. You need more people speaking up. If Yemi Alade is speaking up, I know what is the corner? Freaky. He speaks up. That one was already taking a side. He's unapologetic about it. More people like that need to stand up. Do you know what power these people have? They have the media, right? Because they do skits, right? And they have the visibility. Do you know what they can do? Just 3, 4, 5 coming together. Do you know what they will do? Before they do, all these people that are booking music all over the place, booking stadium. When you come on your stadium, you put the issues of your country before you start the music. Then they forbid. With all the people that are on that, we're such a selfish group of people. It's really depressing to see. People don't care. They're so selfish and self-centered. It's the same people that made them who they are today. Without the people, they will not have the popularity and the visibility that they have. After all, when they started their music, it was somebody that was paying 5K, 10K to go and see them. It was somebody that was praying them. It was somebody that was sharing their music and playing it so that people can hear it. What kind of life is that? So the people just do for you with you doing nothing in return. This is the time for them to become the voice of the people. Where are they? They are not there. They are not there to be heard. And these people gullibly, see, they follow them. Oh, please now, give me 10K. My children have no. I mean, come on. It's very, I'm not going to lie to you, it's very annoying. When I see this, I'm like, we have so many people that only 1 or 2 of their voices, things go change. Only 1 because of the clout that they have. Exactly. The same people, is a smuggler. I don't care how much. You see why she was buying that for her? Because the smuggler gave her money too. The smuggler supported her. This is the problem. Their own loyalty is to the people that are suppressing the people. Imagine a smuggler walking free in Nigeria. Make it make sense. That Teni, they're supposed to cancel her for what she did. Block her. For crying out loud. These are people that made their names and got visibility by you, by your own following. If you did not pay or listen to their music, you don't download it, they don't make a dime. Let them become church rats like you. Let everybody be struggling. Look at what they're doing. Let me tell you something. Hollywood, they did whatever they are doing, Met Gala. Guess what? They said 75,000 for ticket. They were selling $75,000 for ticket. And they were saying 300 and something thousand for table. Do you know what the Americans are doing now? They are blocking all their celebrities. They are making a list and blocking them. That people cannot afford to pay their loans, their student loans. People can't afford jobs. People go to school, masters, everything, PhD, they can't get jobs. And you are having the audacity to pay 75,000 and you're coming out. Somebody came out, one woman, I don't forget her name, I don't know their artists. How they follow these their celebrities worldwide. I not send any one of them. One of them come and say, let them eat cake. The thing don't become a thing for TikTok now. People are unfollowing. Kim Kardashian don't lose 3.5 million followers. Then they block them. Then they give them list. People, they come up with list of celebrities to block for the day. What are we doing in Nigeria? You don't need to be on the streets. Every time they say, we don't want, okay, fine, you don't want to be on our life. There are ways to do this thing without putting your body on the line. There are ways to do it. If your artists, your public people, your billionaires, your so-called billionaires, air quotes, because I don't believe that they have billionaires in Nigeria, but for the sake of argument, you have billionaires. Stop patronizing them. Go and patronize the mama by the street corner. I'm telling you, things will change. Nothing is happening. Nobody is doing anything on any level. You have sportsmen and women. They don't even put your concerns in the forefront. They're not even talking about your suffering. They don't mention it at all. And people, you are losing lives every day. Nobody is doing anything. You have artists, you have sports people, you have so-called freaking billionaires. Nobody is doing anything. Are you kidding me? You ought to unfollow all those people. Make them irrelevant. Do you know what's going on in Hollywood right now? People are unfollowing these people in their millions. They are not even on the streets. What excuse do you have, Nigeria? What excuse? They are following him like, are you kidding? 75,000 for a ticket with the with the hardness we're facing right now, with the difficulty. People cannot afford to pay their children's fee. People cannot afford to buy food for their children. You are having the audacity to buy Met Gala and you are saying people should come and watch. Is something wrong with you? They are coming up with lists every day of celebrities to unfollow and block. What is your excuse, Nigerians? With the hardship, only you now they go buy, only you now they go squeeze all the money, including debt and air when you dey breathe come up for your body. You are still doing as if everything is normal. It's just unfortunate. I don't know. Me, I go talk my own. I no kuku be celebrity. I no send anybody, papa. Now, the when I won't come talk, now I go talk. You get your resources from the people. You benefit from the people. What are you giving back to the people? When you need to stand up, where are you? Are you counted? Ghana, ordinary Ghana for year, when they take light, how many years ago for year? When all the celebrities, all the Gollywood actors and actors start to dey protest. You know, see wetin happen? Nigerians don't even have the pool in their country. Are you kidding me? All your comedians, don't go to their shows. Cancel the freaking show. Nobody should pay for it. Sit your ass at home. What the hell? Who has done this to us as a people? You don't even need to put your body on the line. All you have to do is gather your people, sensitize, go to this, be talking to people, get them upset enough. By the time they say, for one company like this, they say, oh, the workers not show. Another company, you don't go arrange una sales. Una tell una sales, say, okay, you dey work for this, you dey work for like 5 companies, nobody show up. I'm telling you, for a fact, people they go start to dey wonder wetin dey happen. What powers do you have that you're about to release, Kenny? Hey, they can only shut her down, they cannot shut her up. It is normal. You know Rono will do that, but she has to keep shouting and people need to join her. She can't just keep quiet because people are shouting her down. That she did what she was supposed to do. I'm glad she spoke up, but a lot of them ought to join her. She can't be silenced. If she's silenced because of this, I'll be disappointed in her. I will be disappointed because everybody needs to be active. Now let they get the country. As far as Nigeria exists, we are all inside together. We are in the poto together. So you cannot tell me keep quiet, don't talk. Why won't I talk? Is that when your lifestyle is affecting mine? Are you kidding me? That's the problem. They are part of the criminal establishment. But guess what? We're going to meet them. It will come. They will come to their house and be taking their children. That's what will be remaining. And let God, may God won't punish them. Maybe they come out when anything happens to them, because they cry for public. He said he will not speak politics. Why? Maybe they are threatening his life, because I know he was very active during that NSAS. I know. Yeah, if they run them out of Lagos, so be it. They should go to their places. Did they all come from Lagos? Do they all come from Lagos? They should go to Ogun State, go and set up a theater and be doing their thing there. What is it? Is it only Lagos that is existing? I beg, I'm tired of this weakness. And Nigerians, everybody should go to their villages. Go and develop your village. Macaroni should go back. Is it from Lagos? He should go back to Ogun State or wherever. All this fear. People are unaliving every day. With all the fear. People are unaliving every day. Who they alive today, feel not they alive tomorrow. So what's the point? Not be private secondary school they go now go kidnap people, children. We don't know how many they've kidnapped. We don't know. We don't know yet how many they've kidnapped and how many will not make it back. Who are we deceiving? It's crazy to me. Eh? Maybe if everyone want make it go haywire, make it go haywire, then that's so be it. Hey, Tato, how now? Oh my God, Tato, long time. How are you, sis? So good to see you. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. I've missed you. It's been a while. I know they follow celebrities, oh, not one. I know they follow. Like, if you have the time, you go and check. I don't follow them. I don't believe in their crap. I don't. There's no value. I don't see any value added. What am I following them for? Are they adding value? I will follow somebody who's having impact. I will follow people that have impact on the lives of the people. So all these celebrities, they don't move me. I see them as ordinary people. They don't move me. Unless you're doing something impactful, where you're impacting the lives of the people, you're changing the lives of, yeah, I will follow you because I see what you're doing. Other than that, I don't follow. I know they follow people. Like I rather follow people like me that we are hustling to make things work for the country. Those are the people I will follow. I beg. Eh? Exactly. Thank you very much, Kato. Oh, thanks for remembering that. Exactly. She came out and she was calling out Beyonce. The one that is going on in the country now, where is her mouth? That's the question. Where is her mouth? All these people, it's very easy for them to be pointing in long distance, long. Take advantage. Talk for your country. What's going on? People cannot eat. They cannot come out of their house and come back safely. People are being kidnapped anyhow because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. You are not speaking on that one, but you are speaking of Beyonce. Beyonce will be American, will be say they carry fire for head. If people demand now, say Beyonce come out and come and protest, it go show. That's how America is. They don't have time for all this rubbish. They have lists. Let me tell you what's going on TikTok right now. They come up with lists every day of people of celebrities to unfollow. Beyonce did the list. P Diddy did the list. What do they call them? All those I don't know their names again, but you know who they be. Zendaya, Zenyanda, whatever her name is. All those people, like 10 people names. Brady, Tom Brady, all these baby people. They are coming up with lists every freaking day. They are following Kim Kardashian name. All the Kardashians, they make the list. They don't follow, they don't block Kim Kardashian. So he don't lose 3.5 million followers as at hours ago. We don't know how many it will be. By tomorrow now we go know whether it don't increase. I beg you. I miss you too, Tato. I did, though. I have missed you. I was like, I kept wondering in my heart, where is Tato? I've not seen her. But you know, when you get busy, I'll come busy again. I'll forget. I'll reach out to you, but I kept forgetting. With so many things to worry and think about. So good to see you. Welcome, my sister. I appreciate you. Sid say, hey, see though, I beg. I know, see, me and you will be the same. Forget that. I don't follow that celebrity move. I beg, some people put me for grant. Celebrity call, celebrity fire. I beg. Who celebrity help? Who he help? I beg, leave that thing. See, you be celebrity. You know say you be the celebrity. You want you come here, cause they bust our brain with all your knowledge. I beg, leave that thing. See who they call person celebrity. Celebrity they call another person. Oh my goodness. Hey, Oriyomi. Oriyomi is early over there. My brother, how now? How you dey? This your profile picture fine o, Oriyomi. Hey, now they go dey rush you for that place where you dey so. Welcome, good to see you, my brother. I'm glad to see you're taking care of yourself. That's very good. Eh? That's very, very good. Welcome, my brother. I don't tire. Americans, yeah, they don't they decide what they want to do because people standard of living is getting higher and higher. People cannot afford so many things. They look every time they talk, they brainstorm what they want to do. All of them now don't decide. They don't decide sharp. They don't decide. Oh yeah, make we start to deal with these celebrities because they are part of our problem. After all, we made them celebrities. That's what they say. So what excuse does Nigerians have? You don't gone are the days when everything is by going on the street and putting your body on the line. Gone are those days. There's so many ways to do it. By the time 20 local companies or banks in Nigeria lose employees in one day, nobody they pay out, nobody they pay in. What are you telling me? Only the bank alone go shake. No talk of this thing. I beg. I don't know Nigerians as wusses before. I'm hesitating. I'm struggling to use that word wuss. I don't know Nigerians to be wusses. We have very active university undergrads that they were active and they were powerful. Their voices were powerful. What has happened? What has happened? I beg you. Celebrities are feeding from the same criminality, and now we have getting us all the shows are powered by exactly. They should guess what? They ought to stop altogether. If to say they get sense. Because let me tell you, now, they go feel say that they enjoy am now in the hands of criminality. Everything comes to an end. Nothing goes on forever. The tables are going to turn. When it turn, e no go funny because those of people like me, I go remember and I go dey name names. Okay? So it is when you are needed, that's when you stand up. You have the clout, you have the voice, and you have the following. You make use of that following. You make use of it. Oh, you're just waking up. Okay. Well, happy Friday. Oh, how is Friday looking like? We never enter Friday for this site. Yeah, exactly. See the demolition that is going on in Lagos. I'm telling you, targeted areas, targeted. Because he lost election there. He's trying to do all that, clean up all those places for election in 2027 that he's not even sure he will see 2027. When you will be planning for 4 years, you're not sure, there's no guarantee because you are not the owner of your life. You just the plan. Anyway, we will shut up. None. That's the problem. No one is speaking for them. No one. People that are weak whenever chop. I don't know. I saw a video of where they kept orphans somewhere. If you see the place where these orphans dey, oh my God. I don't even know how those people go take dey function as normal human being. I can't even explain it. And you have people, celebrities that have lived up of people for years, have the following, have the clout, have the influence, and you are not speaking up for these people. I'm sorry. I know they follow, they do all that celebrity rubbish. Left to me, they should ban that BBN Nigeria. Ban it from Nigeria forever and ever. They are yeye British. Yeah, you're right. That's the appropriate name for them. They are yeye British because they do not increase any value of anyone. All they do is go there for themselves. It's all self-driven. Self. What can I gain? What will my children gain? What will I benefit? What will I benefit? What will my family benefit? How will it benefit me? How will it benefit my children? How will it benefit my husband? How will it benefit? That's all self, 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 self. Yeah. Youths are docile in Nigeria. Nuns are singing behind you on your mandate with your star. Yeah, those ones are singing because guess what? They are on colos. All of them they do shisha, they do all those things. Their brain no dey together again. The ones wey dey get brain not supposed to dey stand up. This is where you're supposed to be gathering momentum from the grassroots to upturn this madness that we have going on. Eh? But people don't want to step up. Everybody is concerned about their own, their own, their own, their own, their own, their own. I don't know. I just na my own I talk sha anyhow. Eh? It's very annoying. How can you in a country where you have 200 million people, over 200 million, no, right? You don't see a third, at least a third or even a quarter, even 1/5 come out and start to organize themselves and start to say, no, this is not normal. This is not normal. This is not living. This is not life. This is not life. Life should not be this hard. You wake up, you go and buy petrol, they go tax you for where you take go buy the petrol. The attendant go tax, you must bribe am before. God forbid. And celebrities are saying that. Your so-called billionaires, by mistake, air quotes, billionaires are saying that. Your sportsmen and women are saying that. Your journalists that we wear on alive people's hair on their heads are saying that. Nobody is saying anything. It's not normal. These things have a way of turning around. It will ricochet. What they don't understand is that very soon it will be turned, it will be their turn. Not because this is not, look at the trajectory of the country. It's the handwriting is on the wall. There's no way out. That's the only way it's going. That's where it's going. How can you be so self-centered? You're not thinking about, you're not even thinking, oh, these people are the ones that are buying my ticket, they are the ones buying my show. You put out a movie, you will come and you will be sharing uniform, sharing 1K and Kara. Tell them, come, those ones will rush, like Mumu, rush there. They will give you popcorn. That's it. No value to your life, nothing. All the money they make, it goes to their pocket. How are they impacting your life? How? They have the power of the television, of the media. They have it. They can do and undo. They have ways, subtle ways of writing stories to send a message. I beg, what's the point of living when you can't have impact? I don't understand. What's the point? You don't have any impact. Nobody feels your impact. The person will go on our life, go be like animal when you go on our life. What's the point? I say. You don't speak for the ones that are low. You don't speak for people that are vulnerable. You don't speak for the poor. Of what benefit is your life? Of what benefit? Of what use? Is it by riding the best cars and living in the best houses? Become gluttonous? See, all these people that when you say they get money, I mean they confuse their brain, something they not go lose for inside. They when they do things when they're not supposed to, they do. They carry small children. They drink their liquid. They do all manner of crazy things because the people give them. Now people they empower them. People. If you don't give them power, if you take your power back from them, they go. Guess what? Reality go start to dey dawn on them. If anybody want talk, make e come talk. Abeg, I don talk my own finish. Speech don dey dry for my mouth. Na the one I fit talk for Nigeria for today. Now I don talk so. So, thank you, my sister Bibi. How you dey now? Of course, I no go appoint Nancy. Na dem get am now. So anything wey dem like, na dem go dey do. Na dem get am. Thank you very much, Bibi. Thank you. Good night, oh. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Well, I don't know how worse it will get than this. So already it's at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know how you want a worse pass that one again. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Did he put forward the issues in Nigeria? He went to arena. All those people that have gone to arena 202, Abikinokpe, whichever the arena is called, all of them. How many of them put forth the problem of their country in front of them? Nobody. When Maria Makiba they sing that time for South Africa, every time he must talk story of South Africa. You the interview and you go talk South Africa. Nigerian musicians, they don't make money. All they care about now their popularity, whether they go win Grammy when they not send their papa or their mama, the Grammy when we say that they vex, they detest them, say they even get them as category. If they pain some people, they go still go they you see that they argue stupid, dumb arguments. They have no knowledge of self, no knowledge of history, don't know anything about them. They go to all this arena, all these places, acting like they want to belong by force. Meanwhile, they not send una, they not care about una, they are not interested. If it is possible for them to use white out to white una out, they go do am. I beg you. I see that thing, man. God bless that Senegalese president too. I beg, if you want give if they wan get national language, biko make they not choose Arabic. I no wan hear that one. Make dem choose one of their languages for them. But yeah, I saw it. The man is doing well. Intelligent young man. See the swag now. Correct guy. They are making us proud. These francophone people, man, they are making us proud. Burkina Faso, Niger, Guinea, Senegal, which other place? Which other place? I remember Mona reminds me. Which other place? I'm impressed. The francophone countries. When I hear say Togo president don't comot election for in constitution. No more election. They just declare president. Oh, Osun, Nigeria, I hate thee. So my people, na here I talk and reach. I go see una again another time. Enough of the ranting. The moment I don talk, e don reach. Anybody wey get bird for here, make give the bird. Make the bird carry the information. The dove make carry the information far and wide. Make go tell the people. Celebrities need to one dey block them. You guys don't need to be following these people. They have no value. Zero value to your life. Zero. All the money they make, nothing trickles down to you. They don't even know you. They don't know that you exist. So why are you following them, please? Why? They don't have any impact on you. Ivory Coast, Mali, thank you very much, Kenny. Exactly. Those people, they are making me proud. Honestly, making me proud though. I'm so proud of them. They are doing so well, you know. But guys, now here we go talk and reach. Now do well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Tato, it was so nice to see you. Thank you, sis, for stopping by. I really appreciate. BB, thank you. Kene, thank you very much. Victory all the way. Thank you very much. Victory started the show with me. Thank you so much, Victory, for your support all the time. Quinty, thank you. I thank all of you now for showing up. I appreciate. Well, we go resume the venting at another time. But abeg o, make we do the one we fit do o. We can only do so much, but please, if you are speaking, don't get tired of speaking. Mona tell Yemi Alade, they should not allow Agbado people to frustrate her. They're not rich. Okay, she should keep speaking the truth. We need something that will ignite this fire, the spark. We need them. We need that thing when go ignite, when go spark, where everywhere. Now that one we need, because the way Nigeria is going is not normal. It is not normal. Thank you very much. Tato say freedom fight. Oh, that's monkey banana. All of us here, we're all freedom fighters, including you, Tato. including you, Kenny, all of us, we all freedom fighters. We're all here to fight and take back what is ours. All right, guys, I go see you on my next one. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, and see you on my next one. Yeah, bye.